All my life I've heard pastors talk about flesh, whether it was crucifying it or denying it, flesh was talked about a lot. But being a little kid, you don't understand what they're talking about when they say crucify your flesh, so you just agree with what's said. But as I got older, I understood that to crucify your flesh meant to deny those earthly desires that would lead to you sinning. But still, every now and then, I would hear flesh and think zombie. Let's just take a moment to think about zombies. They are the undead. Whether they are fast, slow, mutated beyond all reason, or just like the classics, their primary concern is to eat people. Now let's say that for some reason every time you sinned, your flesh became more appealing to these zombies. Would you really want to keep sinning? Every lie you told, everything you stole, every one night stand you had, every time you did drugs or anything else like that made you more appetizing to zombies. Would you listen to your flesh if all it's gonna get you is dead? I mean, come on. If your choice is a sin-free life, or indulging yourself every once in a while, but ultimately suffering a horrible fate, why wouldn't you just choose a sin-free life? Now, if you don't like my zombie example, then how about this? I was born with eczema. It's a common skin problem, but there's no known cure. Actually, doctors aren't even sure what causes this, so they have no idea, and I have no idea. No one knows how to solve this problem. But the only promising help is a variety of skin creams that all have bad side effects. Like the current one I'm on, it causes acne, so I'm fixing a problem with a problem. Kind of like when people try to fill their desire for God with earthly things and ultimately making a problem into a bigger problem, and they just keep trying to fill themselves with all this useless stuff when all they need is God. But that's neither here nor there. Basically, every day of my life, I've had this increasing urge to scratch at this disease. Some days there is more of an urge than others, but there are plenty of things I can't do because how it will affect my flesh. For example, I can't hand wash dishes, cook with some seasonings, use certain soaps, eat certain foods, take hot baths, go on nature walks, or wear makeup without being heavily medicated with Neosporin and a variety of other different types of creams. Oh, and I always have to be wearing lotion, otherwise my hands will look like the Crypt Keeper. Awesome. Even with avoiding all that, my skin still gets irritated. But I know the moment that I indulge in scratching, even if it's just for a tiny moment, that it's a chance for the disease to spread. It doesn't matter how short of a time I indulge in scratching that itch, I know that's going to cost me in the end. And I constantly have to be on guard because sometimes scratching is an involuntary thing. You may not think about it, but when the side effects show up, you rethink not thinking. So, the next time you have an itch for sin, no matter how good it might feel to your flesh, it's going to cost you. And whatever you are prone to giving into, flee from it. Several times the Bible tells us to flee from temptation. So no matter what, when temptation comes knocking on your door, you get your shotgun and tell it to get off your property because it has no business being there. As impossible as it may seem to deny your flesh, it's the only way to survive the zombie apocalypse. I mean, remain a good solid Christian in today's overwhelmingly sinful society. So deny your flesh. But for now, I'm Tina Barr, and I'm geeked for Jesus.